Okay.
Okay, so can you see this registration page?
Yeah, I can.
And so this is what we'll be doing with HTML and CSS. Um, so we are starting with HTML first before we move to CSS. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm coming. All right. Okay. Hmm? Okay. So what you do for me is that
Mm.
you create still in that same folder. Still in that same folder. You create a new folder. Sorry,
A new file.
you create a new file. You call it register.html.
Which is dot
HTML.
HTML.
Yes, exactly. So what I will do is I will also create my own too. Register.html.
Yeah, so I do your own, I should do your own too.
No, I will use this one to explain for you. Then you will now watch the video. Then you now code it by your own self. Do you understand?
On my own.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
All right. So you know the reason why we are adding HTML to the file name, right?
Yes.
Why? What is the reason?
You know that HTML is the backbone of any web development in the sense that, like, CSS is mainly for the build to build files with the fonts, the animation, and some other stuff. But HTML is the one that, how will I put it? It's like the primary, like what you know, the second class we did when materials that are needed building a house. So HTML is like the raw material that is needed for web design.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you that. What I asked you was that why is it that I'm adding .html to the name of the file? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Uh-huh. So what is the answer to that question?
It's HTML file.
Eh?
It's an HTML
All right,
file now.
all right, all right, all right. So that's what I want to hear. So, all right.
I've created it to register.html.
Yes, yes, yes. So what I want to do is first thing first, right? I want to rename the
Yeah.
title of this page, and I want to call it registered register page, or let me say registration page.
Okay.
No, register page. All right. So for the another thing is if I want to link my CSS file, if I want to link my CSS file to this particular file I'm writing now, what I'll do is
Yeah.
I'll use the link uh, tag, the link tag will give me arrow el, which tell me which describe the kind of file I want to link to this particular file. Then this href stand for the link to another file. That's the name of the file I'm linking to. Do you understand? Do you get? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hello,
How far?
I'm back. I'm having a network issue.
All right. So I was saying that I was trying to explain the reason why I put this link here.
Okay.
This link is here for me to link to another external file or any other external website that I want to link to. So this RUEL stand for, is just like an attribute name, a relationship of the linked document. The attribute must be a space separated list. So what this one is just telling you is that it's just telling you or just describing the document that I am linking to. Why this href? That's where I put the name of the file or the link to the file I'm trying to link to. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. So now for this registration page, what I will do first is that I want to first create a div. I want to first create a div.
Okay.
The div will have a class name of container. But before I proceed, let me go to my notes and let me show you some things. Okay.
I will need this note too.
Yes, I will send it to you. Let me start from here. Okay, this title now, this is the name of the browser, which this is the name on the browser tab on the top of the page. I already explained this one to you now. Then the link now, this connects the page to CSS, which is like crude or colors for the website. It connects the page to external CSS file. But you have to note, you have to understand that you can also write your CSS inside your HTML file. Do you understand? That's another topic for another day. But just know that this link here is used to link to another external file or another external source. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine.
All right. So the body now, that's what people see on the screen. So I want to explain each of the HTML elements one by one. First thing first, right? You are seeing a div here. Div. This div means a division.
Yeah.
It means a division. So like a div is like a big boss that holds things together.
Okay.
Yes. So this div now holds so many things together. It will hold so many things together. It will also, like, if you see where I'm writing this thing from now, you can see that this div holds so many things like the h1, the form, etc. So first thing first, you have to put your h1. The h1 text content is registration page.
Okay.
Registration page. Then after that,
It's the same with the title.
yes. So after that, we now have another element inside the div element, and the name of that element is called form. So inside that form now, we now have so many other div. The first div, the second div, the third div, and a button, just like what you are seeing on the browser now. First div, second div, third div, and the button element. That's what you are seeing, right? And that's what we will be doing. So for the form, we have how many div? We have first div, we have another div, we have another div. That's 1, 2, 3. Before we now have button. You understand? For the button now, we have register. That's for the button. Now, if you observe where you see type in this button, type. This type simply means the type of the button, that's the possible value. First value can be submit. The submit button, okay, the button submit the form data to the server. This is the default if the attribute is not specified, or if the attribute is dynamically changed to an empty or invalid value. So for button have different type. You can have submit, you can have reset, you can have a default one which is also called button. You understand? So for button, we have this our button now. What we are using is what? We are using button. As you can see that I have button, reset, and submit, right?
Yes.
So what I'm using now is submit. That's for button. I'm done with the button now. So I want to go to the first div. Let me separate them. So I want to go to the first div. For this first div, I have a class. I will explain what this class means later on, but just know that we have a class called form group. So inside this div now, that's where I have label. I've told you about label now. What label is used for then. Also have input. Now for label, I have name. Then for the input field, I have a placeholder and required. I have a placeholder then required. So let me quickly explain this. Yes.
Placeholder is the empty space.
Yes, the empty space. But this placeholder now, okay, wait, hold on. This input field is the empty space actually, where you will put whatever you want to put, which is maybe you want to write your name now, you write it there, or you want to write your mouse number, or you want to write your phone number, you write it there. Inside the input field, it collects data from the users. So this placeholder now, you just put it there so that people will know that what will be there is name, what will be there is phone number, what will be there is email. You understand? Yes. So as you are writing it, so as the user is writing their name, that will disappear. What you write here will disappear. Write your name here. So if I display this one on the browser now, for the input field, I will see write your name here. And when I start writing my name, this write your name here will disappear. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So let me open it so I can show you. You can see write your name here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me say Bernard.
Yes,
I see that write your name here have disappeared. But the reason why this styling, the reason why you are seeing this thing beautiful like this, because I already linked to a CSS file. But let me comment it out. So this is how it look like without HTML. Do you understand?
That's CSS.
Yes, without without CSS. So if I say write Bernard, you stay, the write your name here will disappear. So that's it. All right. So moving forward now. Okay, required is like HTML validation. So for you to submit the input feed to the server, because as a front-end engineer, you'll be working with the back-end engineer, and what you'll be receiving from the users, you must submit it to the back-end. You understand? So this require now is a front-end validation, which is telling you that before the user will be able to submit to the server, that feed, this particular feed, the person must put whatever you say the person should put there. If you say the person should put email, it must be email, and the person must write something there. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's required. It's a required feed. You have to fill it. Then this type test now is that you are trying to tell the user that this anything that you'll be writing here should be only text. It should not be email, it should not be password. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So let's move forward. So for the second div, let's move to the second div. For the second div, we have email. So what I will do here is I'll just copy this and paste here. But this div still have a class name called form group. So for the label is email. All right, I'm coming on. So for the email, we have the label is email, then the placeholder will not be write your email here.
Write your email.
Yes. Write your email here. And it is required. Then the type will not be what?
The type.
Yes.
The type will be email.
All right. Email. So if the user try to input anything other than email, it will throw an error.
Yes.
Yeah. So to this third one now, we have class form group. Then see the same label and input. This one now is password. So
yeah,
I will write password. Then the placeholder will not be write your password here.
But this placeholder, we can create like using something like insert your password.
Yes, you can write. Yeah, you can write anything there. You must not be write your password there. And this placeholder is also optional. It is optional. You must not put it.
I actually like it.
All right, that's fine. So that's password. Then the type now will not be password. So anytime the person is typing anything, it will always show password form.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me open it on the browser. Yes, write your name, Bernard. Write your email. Then password now.
Document.
Can you see
But if
it?
you click register now, it will show invalid. I mean,
If I click register, why? What? It's not showing valid.
what will it show?
Nothing. It did
Okay.
not show anything because we are not submitting to server.
Okay, yeah.
It's just the front end we are doing, and the front end service, the smallest part of it, which is the HTML. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
we'll be building on it. We'll be building on this knowledge. So after this one now, after you have submitted, after you submit the what I will give you now, we'll now go to that provide card video. They will now do one. We will now do that one. They will now that from there now we'll now start doing our CSS. I'll now teach you everything about CSS before we now build our first website. Yeah. So do you have
But
any
if
question?
you are okay, my question. You said you wanted to explain that class selector stuff.
Okay,
That is the group.
okay. Yeah, it is under CSS. So we are not going to CSS yet, but let me quickly just throw a little light on it. So when CSS is for styling now, right?
Yes.
uh So when it comes to styling, there are three different ways of selecting your HTML. Three different ways of selecting your HTML. You select them by their tag name. You select them by their okay. First one, you select them by the element name. The element name, which is h1, form, div, input, label. Then two, you select them by the class name. By the class name. So as I put class here now, form group here now, anything that is related to form group on the CSS part, it will apply to anywhere there is form group. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes.
Then we also have ID, selected by ID. So anywhere I put ID now, I can put ID here. I can put ID here. Then I can say this is name. Yes, and so when I want to style it now, I will now pick. If I want to style by ID, or if I want to start with ID, I'll just pick this name. Bam. That's what I will pick. Then I will now style it. Then that style will now apply to this particular input field or this particular session.
Okay.
Yes. So that's CSS. Now I don't dive into CSS small. Okay, let me dive deeper a little bit. So when it comes to CSS, I told you that there are various ways in writing your CSS. Okay, I've not told you, Sha, but just know that there are various ways in writing your CSS. You can decide to write your CSS inside your HTML file. Inside this file like this now. You can write your CSS inside. And writing your CSS inside also divided into two parts. The first one is you can decide to write your CSS inside the element itself. So you can decide to write your CSS here, style, by calling the name style. Then you can see different CSS styling now. Background, font families, font weight, margin top, opacity, overflow, text, border radius, bold sizing, etc. So you can say I want to add background color to this form now, and I want to now pick this color. Bam. So if I open it on my browser, you'll see what it will display. Can you see it?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So so this one I'm doing now is called inline CSS. It is called what?
Inline CSS.
Inline CSS. So why is it called inline CSS? Because you are writing the CSS inside the HTML element. Yeah. Then for there's another one also called internal CSS. Internal CSS is when you write the CSS inside the head element, which is this place now.
Okay.
What you just write here. Remember I told you that anything that you write inside this place now, it's not show apart from only the title, and the title says to show on the browser tab, not the the page itself. You understand?
Yes.
So what I will do is style, then so anything I want to style here now, maybe I want to style the okay, let me just remove okay, let me say so maybe I want to style this form, this particular form, and I want to start it with elements. What I'll do here is that I will just write form, then I'll write curly brackets. Then inside this curly brackets now, that's where I will now write my style. So I want to give it a background color of this blue. Let me say blue violet. So the blue violet now it will show. Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah. This internal way of writing CSS.
Yes, internal CSS. Then for the external CSS now, it's now for external CSS. It's when you now link to you create another file called CSS in your folder.
Yeah.
Then you now link to it using this linking stuff. This linking element. Oh, you understand?
Yes.
All right. So that's it. That's all for today class. Now Freya, now I've dived into CSS a little bit too. So when we are not doing CSS now, it's now be easy for you. So what you do for me is that you write all these things that I have. So like you code it yourself. You can change. You can code it yourself. Change anything you want to change. Manipulate. Like try to change some things and see what comes out. Yes, and then for this one now, so after you are done with this one, you now do login page as assignments for yourself. Then you submit it before our next class.
Okay, I'll do this one, then I should do login page.
Yes. Then you cannot decide to style it. Try styling it. Let me see if you can style it.
Okay.
All right. So, do you have any other question?
No.
All right. So, have a nice evening. When I upload the video.
The video you post it on YouTube, right?
Yes. I'll upload it on YouTube this evening.
Okay.
All right, now take care.
Yeah.
Yeah.